So I wanted to thank everybody today for joining us in this Twitter Spaces. It's always super fun. With us today, I have Nicholas in the Ultra account and David Hansen as himself using his own Twitter handle. And what we're going to be doing is we've requested a bunch of different questions from the community. We've been collecting them since yesterday, and we have a nice list here. So we're going to go through them one by one, the ones that we think that we can answer comfortably. So I think I'd like to start with when we'll buy a new AMD card? Will there be any type of launcher that asks you if you want to install the Ultra platform on your PC during the graphic card installation process? Nicholas, do you mind answering that?
Sure, I thought you would start with the when Binance, but okay.
When moon, Nicholas.
Exactly. Yeah, related to AMD, so how does it work is basically when you will be on their solution, so their application, whenever you install, whether it's updated, update the drivers or whatnot, you have basically the way to click on Ultra, and that gives you access to our download page. You can download directly then our application. So every users across the world would have AMD hardware, would be able to see that, not 100% of the time, a good chunk of the time. And we also work on specific activities around that. Like for example, if you download right now, you have a chance to get this specific NFT, or there are multiple things we can do around that to motivate users to join Ultra.
It's really exciting stuff.
Cool.
All right. Next question that I wanted to take was I really like this question. It's from Tuparar from Twitter. I really think you will succeed to lead the gaming market on blockchain and disrupt the gaming industry like Steam did before. If you succeed, are you mentally ready not to be against change for a new technology revolution in 10, 20 years, like Steam did with blockchain?
It's a good one. I mean, I think we really have innovation in our DNA. It's something that we've done for the past 20 years. Every new project we've done has always been something kind of like taking the trailblazer proposition to forefront of one specific, industry, and over time, I think if one day we get as big as a company like Steam or bigger, I think we will be in another position than Steam, because when you look at how our platform is created, is that we're basically an app ecosystem. So unless there is a disrupting app ecosystem of our app ecosystem, then that would be another thing. But in itself, I think we've always been open to competition. In reality, we're talking and we're having conversation with pretty much all the competition, and we're more looking at it not like as a competition point of view, but more like as a cooperation point of view. So I think if the day comes that we're super successful, and then if the day comes that somebody takes over, I think we will be probably working with them anyway. So.
The next one that I wanted to tackle was from Y2K on Twitter also. It says, devs no longer have control over how digital items are used once minted from the factory. Is this correct on how Ultra's NFT system works?
Sorry, can you repeat? It got cut.
Sorry. Okay, so basically, Y2K is asking, once a NFT is minted on the blockchain, and you have one developer that minted it, but the NFT now exists in a user's account, can another developer use that NFT?
You mean use it as in I can take it from the user's inventory?
No, no, no. Like,
Can
so
you read it basically?
yeah,
So the idea is for example, an NFT on Ultra has the ability to be reused by other
Ah,
developers,
okay,
like whether
I see,
right.
I
whether
see.
developer.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So, and this is kind of like where NFTs are going towards to with Metaverse is that one person creates one use case for one NFT inside their game, inside their Metaverse, inside their app, whatever it is, and then eventually another person, another company creates another use case for the very same NFT. Um, and it doesn't even need to be linked. Like for example, in the metaverse, this NFT could be a hat, and then in another game, it could be shoes. Um, Obviously, that would be confusing, but it is possible. So that's
I,
yeah.
I think the great advantage is the fact this NFT can be used also in applications. So you can very well obtain um, like a ticket for the entrance to the tournament, which is also something else that has value. Like, okay, this is tied to a free drink, right? So your NFT gives both. But that's the same for anything in the game as well. So it can be outside of the game, inside of the game, in the retail store. Your NFT can be used in a wide range of ways, and you can also add some more value over time. That's pretty great as well because today this NFT some value because it gives you I don't know sort of fire in the game. But in a week from now, maybe somebody else will add some more usage and your NFT get more and more value over time.
Yeah, I also think there's going to be some very, very cool things that are going to happen around certain types of NFTs. Like, for example, let's imagine, there's a esports tournament platform that rewards the players with NFTs. And maybe if you're, first, second, third, you get different NFTs. And I can absolutely see applications that would say, well, if you own one NFT of being the winner of this tournament, well, you get special access in our platform. Or maybe in the game, we will change the color of your name while everybody is in white, yours will be in gold, for example. So there's a lot of very interesting use cases that are going to emerge by using other people's NFT simply because okay, he got that NFT, he won something, for example.
You speak a lot about tournament. I start to think there is something there.
Could be, could be. Um, so player1.uos asks, my questions are when can we see a demo of the NFT marketplace? And also, at what stage do you expect the co-marketing activities with AMD to begin?
In terms of co-marketing, so right now I think what we are waiting for is to have a live product which is more than the wallet. And that's probably when we can start to have some partners speaking about us and broadcasting basically what Ultra is to their audience to bring more users because there's actually something they can do. Crypto users would obviously be able to use the wallet, do transactions, but still that's not enough. And for a normal user, like a gamer coming on the platform, they don't really care about that. They want something to do like purchasing content, whether it's on NFT marketplace or whatnot. So I think that's more when people start to look at when they're going to start to promote us is when we release the first public product soon. TN.
Japaneser Scrooge asks, how extensive is Ultra's vision into the metaverse? Do they plan on incorporating their own metaverse? Something like virtual clubhouses, etc.? So, what do you guys think about the metaverse?
I think Ultra itself is a metaverse in some ways, again, through our app ecosystem. Assets will be transferred from one app to another. and the identity is shared across all apps and across games. So I think in some ways we're already in the metaverse. I think the NFT and this underlying blockchain infrastructure facilitates building the metaverse. To be personally, I don't think a metaverse can be a real metaverse without having blockchain because you need a level of decentralization to make sure that the your metaverse is open and yes, so that's that. And then we're also working with game developers that are making some super exciting content, which go sorry, which go towards the direction of a metaverse, with very interesting concepts. Pay to earn, play to earn, and these kind of mechanics. I think make sense to exist in a metaverse. So we're definitely contributing to pushing the limits of what's possible out there.
We have another question from Tuparar. Is it possible to know more about this big technology partner, bigger than AMD? Like, how will they help you? If you can give us a hint to guess them, let's go. Same question and/or for partners, for content partners.
Yeah, of course. The name of that company is.
Sorry, we're having technical problems. Sorry.
Sorry, didn't work again. But basically, we have some partners. Actually, there's a lot of different partners, but some already in the hardware. So like anything tied to hardware for the games industry. There is a lot of what we are doing which is tied to our upcoming NFT marketplace. Obviously, it's very exciting for corporates. We explained this, I think, many times because of the fact our blockchain technology is carbon neutral and even negative. So that's first test pass to work with large corporates. But the second one is also the scalability and the fact that transactions are always free. NFTs is fixed price, so everything is standard, so it's easy and it's not changing over time. So big businesses can be built around our technology. So that's really why it's appealing for the bigger partners. But I think you should really look at not only what can be seen today in the blockchain and NFT space, but it encompasses also retail, esports, basically physical and digital alike can be part of this. I think what's upcoming.
So Willy Wonka asks about the security update. He says that he wants his UOS to be stored on Ultra.
Yep. In this regard, I think that's upcoming. As you guys know, today you can have something quite secure because the 2FA can be simply on your email, like you would have with a Gmail account. But we want that to be part as well of the wallet. So this is planned to be, I think, during Q1. So during Q1, we are supposed to have a 2FA solution, which allows basically users to do the same they would do on other wallets, secure their keys, actually secure their wallets. That's more accurate with a 2FA solution.
So I need to add also that this is a first step. So we have a piece of technology we call Easy Blockchain Account internally, which is a very interesting mechanism to recover your key in a decentralized, non-custodial way. What we have today is really V1. The 2FA solution we're going to add is an intermediate step, but we're working on a V2, which will complete the full vision of EBA and will provide extremely high security. Once we reach that stage, we're going to make an article and explain how that works. In the meantime, What while we understand that we're in the crypto industry, for us, we're for the way we look at it at this point, that allows us to kind of like prioritize the security a little later on, is because at the end of the day, we're entertainment platform, and basically with the like incoming update, we will already be as secure as Steam, with the two-factor authentication. Even though this is not enough, it is already enough for us to, focus on other stuff like the NFT marketplace and so on. But it is scheduled, and it's going to happen so in two phases. First, then the 2FA, and then right out after the full EBA v2, which will provide super high security and some other advantages.
I really love this next question. Ultra King asks, if Meta or Facebook make an offer to buy Ultra in the future, are you guys willing to accept it?
Yeah, let's see. But I think what we could see is, will they accept our offer if we want to buy Meta Facebook? It's just, I think we need to wait a bit longer for it. But yeah, maybe.
Because
It is something Meta,
this
right?
morning.
It's already afternoon, I guess, It's supposed to be holiday in Europe, but hey,
So there's a question here. It was originally in French. We translated it to English. The question may be a bit silly, but how do we simple gamers help in the months leading up to the launch?
How simple gamers can help? Well, there's one very simple thing everybody can do is to share, retweet everything we post. This has been very effective. We're seeing a lot of committed users that are doing this every time there's something that gets out, and we see the results. Like we look at the data. It's very effective, and I think working on like a foundational organic growth methods, just simple as share, is going to be the easiest thing everybody can actually do.
Yeah, that can be, I would say, in online, of course, but also in physical world. We start to see a lot of people actually who know Ultra, which is yeah. You speak to people, they talk to you about Ultra, like, oh wow, you actually know something that is through internet only for us. But so that start to be great. So don't hesitate as well to bring other people explain to them what is Ultra. Obviously, now you have the referral system. So yeah, those could be also helpful for you as well.
So that was the end of the list of questions that we had highlighted. I'm going to dig through some of the other stuff that's here. I like this question from Josh Edmonds, where he asks, besides Ultra's NFT standard, what aspect of the Ultra platform has the team most excited?
It's a part of the platform we can't talk about. But right under that, I think there's the app ecosystem. I think it's super exciting. Combined with blockchain, and knowing that every single user in Ultra has a blockchain, the access to dApps are going to be unparalleled. So I'm very excited on this.
Yeah, I'm very excited as well to start seeing large-scale application or games using the technology. Because right now, obviously, those are the applications we made besides Stella. But as you guys might know, we also work on exclusive games. And those games make heavy use of the technology. So seeing the technology in use and those NFTs created by these games used across the entire ecosystem, I think will be very interesting to see it.
All right, guys, that was the end of the questions that we have. I really wanted to thank everybody for their time, and I wanted to thank all the Ultra fans for their interest and continued support of the project. So thanks a lot. Was there anything that Nicholas or David wanted to say before we go?
Not much. I think thanks everyone for attending, and don't hesitate if any questions pops up after. We always try to answer on the Telegram channel, if not me or David, Rami if so, or Nada, or anybody from the community. Here we can see Mandon is here, for example, who's giving always a lot of support to all our fans, and many others here who joined to this call. So thanks a lot. Thanks for the support. Yes.
Yep, likewise. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and looking forward to doing this again maybe next week or the week after.
Thank you.
Cool. Have a good one.
Likewise. Bye bye.